All right, everybody, let's get started. My Scribian MMK podcast. Today I'm going to talk about real estate, and I want to focus on sometimes people ask me, Mais, is there a way that I can buy a house with zero down? So I went and I did some research and talked to some lenders. Yes, there are some programs still out there that if you qualify, remember, that's very important. If you qualify, you still can buy a house with zero down. And I did a PowerPoint presentation. So let's get into it, and I want to talk to you. If you have any questions for more details about the qualifications, get hold of me. I can, set up an appointment with my lender. Maybe we can do a three-way call, and then we'll go over the details. And if you qualify, I'll start qualifying you first with my lender, and I can get you get started to look some properties. And if you like one, we make offer. You get into escrow and we go from there. All right, let's go to my PowerPoint. So how to buy a house with zero down in California. I want to mention that this is specifically done in California. So very important. If you live in California, I sell real estate only in California. If it's outside of California, I have some connections. Maybe I can still be helpful, but my main business is California. Let's get into presentation. For veterans, active military reservists, surviving spouses, 100% financing, no PMI. This is the principal mortgage interest, flexible credit requirements. I believe the minimum FICO score, it's like 740 or 780 plus. We can double check that, but let's continue. Includes one-time VA funding fee, can be rolled into the loan, which is great. So if, you can roll some of the fees into the loan, that means even closing costs is going to be very minimum for you. Let's continue. Next, USDA loans for rural areas for low to moderate income buyers in rural zones, 100% financing, closing cost may be financed. Location and income restrictions apply. Every area has some rules about these 100% financings. They're not easy loans to qualify. They have way more guidelines that they need to make sure you're going to be part of. So let's continue. Next, I want to say FHA down payment assistance, DPA. FHA covers 96.5% of home prices, 3.5% down required. Use call HFA home or zip to cover the rest, zero down interest, deferred payment, second loan. So some lenders, if you go FHA program, they have a portion where you can finance that 3.5% or so. So technically you're going to have two loans. But again, this is great tool if you don't have large down payment or no down payment at all. You just want to cover the closing cost and you qualify, you can get into this type of loans. Again, I'm not a loan officer. I'm just going over based on the general information. This is for educational purposes only. So if you have questions, get hold of me and I'll make a connection with my lender, okay? Next, I want to say private zero down loan programs offered by select credit unions and lenders offered ARM loans and introductory fixed rates. Higher rate standards may apply. Generally, some of these loans may have higher rate because you're putting zero down. So let's keep that in mind. Next, share equity programs. Some unions do help you with that payment exchange for equity share. No second mortgage burden. You share the future appreciation of the home. That means when the value of your home goes and you want to sell it or refinance it, you gotta have a portion with that lender that they're gonna take portion of your equity. Okay, while they're investing, they're helping you with down payment. We all know there's nothing free in America. So lease, purchase, rent to own, that's a different topic. Some sellers can become like a sellers financing programs. Which option fits you? VA, USDA loan, FHA plus DPA, private loans. Those are people who can loan you private money. Generally speaking, the interest rates are very, very high on those. So steps to take: access eligibility, income, location, military status, find specialist lender, which, like I told you, I have some connections. Get hold of me. And estimate total monthly cost and PMI, compare offers, and choose the best program fits you. Now, do I recommend zero down payment? I personally believe, being in financial services, if you cannot even put a down payment, in my opinion, you not ready to buy a house. However, the way rents are going, for some people, it makes sense temporarily to take that position to get into a house and lock the house. At least you lock the price, because house prices, it's always going to go up no matter what. Time to time, it can freeze, can have a little dip, but in generally 5 to 10 range, you're always going to go up. This way, what's the benefit? The benefit is you're buying a house at the price. When the prices goes up, you save money on taxes and many benefits, plus you build equity throughout the time. Let's say someone gets into this kind of program, 2-3 years later, they have some equity in the house. By that time, hopefully they can refinance, get a better rate. Now they have 20% equity. If some of the loans have a PMI, they can drop that. So there's many benefits. There's negatives and positives. But if let's say the difference between your rent, your high rent, and your mortgage, it's let's say $2,000 financially, you can handle that. Why not get into a house, handle that $2,000 difference, 2-3 years, refinance it, and just be a homeowner. No matter what, if that's your last option to get into a house, go for it, because that's investment. I'm always up for investing your money. Not wasting, but investing, okay? This was Mike Caribbean. Any questions? Get hold of me. Follow me everywhere on social media at Mike Caribbean. I'm very active on Facebook and Instagram. When you message me, I'll be happy to get back to you. Subscribe to the channel and share it in your pages. Thank you. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye now.